let's try to explain this one here. So essentially, you're bridging, right? You have floor joist,
Yeah.
floor joist.
Yeah.
Your bridging goes
Yeah.
like this, right?
Yeah.
And then across. Like that, right? You're cross bridging. That's what it's asking about. So it's asking what figures you use to lay that out. So essentially on your square, you're laying out this angle and this angle, how to get that exact size. Okay? So you're 16 inches on center.
Yeah.
That's the measurement there, right? 16 inches on center. That's not your distance between. It's not your inside measurement, okay? So you need to figure out the triangle from here to here. So how do you get that? So you have 2 by 10 floor joist. So half of a 2 by 10 is 3/4 inch.
Yeah.
Okay, half of 2 by 10 is 3/4 inch. So you take 16 inches minus 3/4 inch. Yeah, minus 3/4 inch. So that gets you to the inside of your floor joist. So when they say 16 inches on center, that's your on center mark. What they're asking for is the bridging between your floor joist. So you want to move that mark to the inside. So to get that measurement, you minus 3/4 and minus 3/4, and that gets you your inside measurement. That equals 14.5. Okay? So if you're setting up a triangle, you have 14.5 here, right?
Yeah.
14.5 inches. And your up size is going to be what? Yeah, 9 1/4, it's your joist size. So essentially you're setting up a triangle within that joist space to use your framing square. Right? So,
I don't know why they got 8.5 on that side. If you go to the other side, it's 235 again. So I'd say they got a typo there.
that's a typo, isn't it?
If you go by the metric side, it's right. The imperial side is wrong.
Yeah, yeah. That's right, so your answer is this. So it's supposed to be 25.4. Yeah, that's a 2 by 10. So that's supposed to say 9.5. So there's a typo here, guys, and that makes things just even nice and more confusing. Yeah. So if you do the metric conversion from 235 from metric to imperial,
Yeah.
it's 9 1/4.
Yeah.
But they gave you 8.5 or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, why is that not working?
You know what I mean? So on your square, if you use 9 1/4 and 14.5
Yeah.
on your square, just like how you step it out,
Yeah.
that's what the measurements you get.
Yeah.
That make sense?
Oh, so it was asking for.
I wasn't asking for the angle, it was just asking what the.
Oh, see,
what
that
you use
totally
on it.
confused me. I was there working at the angle.
So with me.
Yeah.
No, it's just asking what measurements.
No, it's
you
asking
use
what the
on your
measurements
square
you
to get
use.
your angle.
It gives you the angle, but again, it's setting up the triangle. So you could figure out the angle.
Yeah, you could just.
You could figure out the
square
exact
plus
size.
B squared in the middle.
You wanted to,
B
yeah.
squared.
So
But you don't need to.
you
Okay.
don't have to do what?
You didn't need to find an angle, they're just looking for the height, you know.
So to get the answer for the question, it asks you what figure should be used on the framing square to lay out the cross bridging for a 2 by 10 floor joist spacing 16 inches on center. Okay?
Yeah.
So you have your 2 by 10 joist, 1,
Yeah.
2, and they're 16 inches on center.
Yeah.
Your on center spacing is exactly what it says, on center.
Yeah.
You need to get the size between your floor joists.
Sure, inch and a half.
Yeah.
So what? It's 14.5. You get 14.5,
Yeah.
you take 16 inches on center, minus
Yeah.
half your floor joist, which is 3/4,
Yeah.
minus half your floor joist, which is 3/4, so 1.5 inches, right? Minus 3/4 inches,
14.5.
3/4 inches. Okay? And that gives you 14.5.
Oh, I see. And then
So if this is your frame, so this is your framing
Yeah, but they were
square.
on 8.5.
So this is your,
which is
say this is your
messy.
framing square.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
metric side,
That's your
metric
framing
side,
square.
right?
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah,
typo.
so you
Yeah.
just put that on 14.5.
Exactly.
You find the.
Yeah, I did the metric side. side, that's how I figured it.
I was doing the triangle thing, cause you told me to do the triangle thing.
Well, no, it's setting up your triangle,
Yeah.
triangle.
Yeah, you could figure it out.
Yeah, I got
If they
you.
ask for that in the extra part of the question. then
Yeah, if they asked you for your size.
So if I would've figured out the hypotenuse there, I would've still got it, right?
Yeah, well, no, because that's not one of the
That's not what they asked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's wrong.
Well,
Well, you would
Well, you
you would have
would've
never
wrong.
came up with an answer. Yeah,
You
you would have
would've wrong.
figured it
That's
out.
over and above what
That's
they
not
were
what the-
asking for.
that's not what
Yeah,
the
that's not what
question's
they're
asking
asking for, no, they want the, yeah.
They just want the numbers that you
Yeah.
can use on the level,
Yeah,
or on
on
the
the
square.
square.
If you give them the wrong answer, yeah, they'll get it wrong.
You took a 2 foot.
Well, I would see that and I go, oh, something's wrong, and I get all pissed off again, tell the guy I'm leaving. I got you.
Okay, guys, let's just do one more here, and then I gotta go over the rest, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And it's graduation day.
Alright. No cake, you forgot the cake,
You
man,
bring
you went
that?
to Timmy's.
Bring the net.
I got that.
I got the rope.
When laying out a header joist for solid lumber joist, where should the first layout mark be made? So when you talk about header joist, you're talking about the joist around a, the,
B.
use your answer?
Yeah, but if you read that, how that works,
Okay, when laying out a header joist for solid lumber joist.
it's less half, and then an extra
Where should
weight
the
from
first
the
layout
tape.
mark be
Yeah.
made?
That's it, and then you go ahead, right? Whereas the
Away
D-
from your tape end, your tape end, you're making your
Oh,
axle on the
right,
side,
not
but
the
you're putting
tape,
your mark
tape,
there.
your tape
Yeah,
down,
tape
you already
down.
minded this thing, your tape end
Because-
away.
Yeah.
That backwards.
Does that make sense? Can you explain that one, or?
Tape.
Got it?
I always find those ones so confusing, cause like, if I add 3/4, I just mark on the other side, if I subtract 3/4, mark.
But you always subtract when you lay out.
Well, there's no reason.
Yeah, like if you picture
Yeah,
you're
there
pulling,
is.
if you
It's
picture you're
like,
pulling your
uh,
tape, you might
It's a
should
big,
go or something.
big deal with these.
It's not a, well, I mean, I know they make it a big deal, but it's like, it's the most ridiculous thing.
Everyone's subtracting when we're all working on the same book, so we
No,
can
you
work
always
together.
nail where your X
One
is.
side spacing.
Alright guys, let's just do one more here. Let's do the last one and then we're done. We're all, your final window
What is
size
it pushes for that?
from the outside of your jamb to the outside of the jamb is 830 millimeters.
Yeah.
What is the length of the header required for this window?
And,
The final window size, that's what the jam, see, that's it.
The window is
always know.
What's the length of it required? Add 3 inches.
Oh, plus 3
Is
inches.
that 3 inches?
I'm gonna go with that imperial, because that's easier for me to do. 32 3/4.
You got it. Unless it's over.
So that's your finished
So,
window.
yeah,
Unless
then it's
it's
a
over
double.
that other one, then you
Then
have
it'd
to
be
add
double,
6 or
yeah.
It's over that certain size, you
Yeah.
double, right?
Yeah, it should be 35
What do you got? 35 3/4?
Yeah.
It's that
You guys
3
understand the
inches.
math on that one?
Wait, what was it?
35 3/4.
Which
Not
is
36? No.
Well, we get 35, so it's 32 3/4.
Add 3 inches.
34, 35.
Yeah. Add 3 inches,
Yeah.
plus your rough opening.
Oh, that's the actual window size?
Yeah.
It's
36.
So your final window size, right?
Yeah.
So that's the mid, so it's 36
We were going
3/4.
by framing.
Essentially, you have an extra half inch on each side.
Framing rules.
For this
Because we
one,
forgot
I
that
think for
half
rough
inch, right?
openings, guys, this one is 32. Add 3, get 35, and then add a half inch. Remember in our book yesterday, our book said that you do a 1/4 inch on the side?
Yeah.
So the answer here is adding a half inch. On each side?
Which is what
I think
we
that's the
always
standard
do.
one to think
Yeah.
about, I'd say
Is
just
that a 3/4, 36 3/4, or
Yeah.
a quarter?
36 and 3/4.
And then you show it because of the size of the window.
Okay?
Yeah, I mean, what?
Wow, they give you
Quarter
that, they
inch.
give you the window size and then you have to.
You
But
gotta add
remember
your
our
opening
your,
as well.
you have to add your
Remember-
gap, your.
Around the window, you have a half inch is your standard.
Yeah,
In the book, yeah, the other day, we were saying that it was a
I was
quarter
for
inch.
half inches, right, right?
Half
Yeah,
inch.
that's what I
So
did.
we're at
everyone does a half inch,
Yeah.
so we'll just stick with
I was
You
it.
wondering,
gotta
you guys were
add,
saying
you
quarter.
gotta add your thickness of your cripples plus the thickness of your gap.
Your gap.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but I'm saying, when I seen, you guys were saying a quarter, and that's why I asked if that was a quarter.
Yeah.
36 and
Three quarters, that's an inch, yeah.
Winner. Okay. Well, guys, I think that's all we have time for today.
I usually add an inch to on each side, just in case I fuck up, no.
Each side, I can just fur it in there later.
With 3/4.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you the.
Then you're nailing it.
You guys want to fill your feedback forms first?
Excuse me?
That's pretty much it for content. That's all we have time. We're done at 1 today. Should we have, what, 25 minutes left? So that's pretty much it.
Never got to matter what I wanted to know.
Right?
What I wanted to know is how you figure out
What day?
the well size opening if you don't,
That's not
Okay,
elevation date.
figure out the line.
you know how.
I just want to fill your feedback forms. It can be confidential. If you want to put your name on, you put your name on, you can just put it in this envelope here. Be really honest, like as honest as you can. It helps us make the course better, just the feedback form.
This is what I wanted, but I didn't.
And just, yeah, guys, with anything, content,
It's not there.
anything at all, write as much as you can on it.
For the window.
No, for the stairwell.
Teaching style, you know, if you guys wanted more videos, you guys wanted more color photos, whatever that is.
Is
That's
this,
right,
is this
yeah.
trying to figure out where, like,
What,
in
how big
grade,
it would
and
be?
like here in construction, like where you would put your floors?
Oh, no, I'm saying, okay, here we, is the height, right, say
Yeah.
9 feet.
Yeah.
And then, they give you the stair, right? Or what's that, they give you the rise and run of the stair, say it's 6.5.
Yeah.
And whatever, that'd be the difference.
6 minus 7, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that'd be 9.5.
Yeah.
No, it'd be 10.5. Yeah, so that'd be 10.5 tread, right?
Yeah.
What
You're
I'm
trying
saying-
to figure out what this distance is?
No, what size this would be, if it wasn't there, there was no
Oh.
number there.
Well,
That's what I was gonna ask him.
because there was a question like that on the
Yeah,
list,
and
but
that-
he said that that question did just.
But
didn't
it needed to have
more
more,
information, it didn't have all the information on it.
but how do you figure what size to be there?
That would just be in your floor system, I think, like, that would be in the floor layout. But say this was your set of stairs that you could, that you had to go with,
10 good or
you have to have the minimum head corner, so that would move the joisting back to the.
which way do they have that read?
So I guess if they figured this out and said, what would this opening be? You could figure all your stairs out.
Yeah.
You could figure out what your distance here is, and then you could go by the minimum.
Yes, that's something I couldn't, I was trying to work on to figure out. I said, how the fuck did you find the roll? They don't have it. But anyway, that's another story. I hope that I'll get a question with that. Student's name, Bond.
So when you guys are done, just throw it in this envelope here, it'll be perfect. Just as you're writing. Free pens here if you guys want one. This one here, just leave this one after. And throw these into the envelope after as well.
Well, guys, it's up to us if he keeps his job or not.
It's not really up to you guys. It's up to me to make sure that you guys pass your test. If you guys don't pass your test, then you need a job, that's fine. It's constantly improving. That's that one.
So one being what?
It's number 1 in my books.
Would that be, how does it work, 1 or 10? What's the range?
Well, like whether ones are good or 10 is
Yeah,
10 is great.
yeah, is that what it is?
It doesn't say.
I know. I know, it doesn't.
You're gonna have all like shitty ones or all good ones?
It just says 1 to 10.
I asked that question.
I went to
Doesn't
10,
work out.
10 being the best.
Jay, yeah, just wait and see how they turn out, and then when
I'll-
management goes
I'll-
to
I'll-
look,
I'll
let
write
me know
above
which way
mine
we
10
were
best.
grading.
What do you guys, yeah, whatever you guys do, write down what's best, and I'll make sure to.
Like,
That's
we
like
put down what 1 or 10 is to us?
What, 10 best?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.